It's time to go short track racing in Newton, Iowa. The 7th 8th mile Speedway in Iowa is host of the 4th Chase race of the Gatorade Cup Series, season number 8. We're here at the Iowa Speedway for the running of the Dr. Pepper 400. For the first time in the Cup Series, we will be under the daytime sun, no lights here today in the Cup Series. Oliver Gowan in the A3 has the pole for today's race. 2's outside, 99 Jacob Davidson, one of our chasers. Then 3rd Keegan Thompson, 4th is Patrick Smith, and rounding out the top 5, Derek Hamill. Then 2's outside, 6th is Pena Salada. Anthony Hernandez in 7th, 8th place we have Dale Lightning. 9th place is one of the drivers tied for the points with Lawrence Palampon, and rounding out the top 10 is Alexander Rowe. The rest of the field, Anton Charbonneau, 2's outside is Code Luigi. Then we have TJ Hanley with Tim Gary, along with Landon Lyons and Nathan Stapleton. Then there's Mathis Wells with Adam McDowell, Griffin Lynn and Ryan Taylor. Then we have Charles Robert and Luke Rainey, Josh Crash with Joe Jefferson. Then there's Stephen Taylor and Justin Lightning, Diego Yapez with Steve Larker. Then we have Danny Lloyd and Levi Shones, Sebastian Kukulon with Roberto Rivera. Then there's Jonathan Beeford and Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Max Anderson with Carter Friesen. Then Jeff Bright, another driver, tied for the points lead, Trip McGinnis in the 19. Then we have Eli Bright and Jake Galloway. And in the final row, Greg Torres in the 10. And 2's outside is Chaser Jay Jefferson. Definitely not where you want to start here at Iowa, especially since this racetrack benefits drivers starting towards the front of the field. Galloway in the A3 has that position. He'll leave green flag after we get the command to fire these engines up for our 4th Chase race of the season.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the command has been given. The field of 42 firing their engines up as we go short track racing around the Iowa Speedway for Chase race number 4 in the Gatorade Cup Series. Iowa, always a very excellent race. We see lead changes, we see some craziness, some crashes, and overall just a very consistent race. Coming into this race, we have a tie for the point team between Palampon and Trip McGinnis. In 3rd place, 2 points back, is Max Anderson, and all the others on down. So drivers trying to rebound here in the chase. They have 60 laps to do it at Iowa. Green flag in the air. We're racing at the Iowa Speedway. A great start for Keegan Thompson, a 3rd to 1st on lap 1. Derek Hamill, the 75, is up to 3rd. Patrick Smith, the chaser, coming for 4th on chaser Jacob Davidson. They race through 1-2. Thompson clears down the backstretch. Oliver Galloway falls back in the battle for 2nd now. And something very interesting about Iowa, the outside lane can hang tough. Right there you see Oliver Galloway getting the run off the corner. Look at Smith making it 3 wide down low for 2nd. Almost contact. 3 wide for the 2nd position to turn 1. Chaser Patrick Smith down low. Oliver Galloway pulls her up top. Thompson from the race lead goes up the racetrack. Smith coming around the bottom lane. Oh, contact there for 3rd. Hamill into Galloway. Now Patrick Smith looking to the inside. Keegan Thompson. They race through 3 and 4. Now Smith up the racetrack. Thompson as well. They're looking 3 wide down the first stretch for the lead. Derek Hamill, the 75. Gets his nose underneath the Corvette on the 14. He slides up. Those 3 go up the racetrack. Contact between the 14 and the 6. They're in the wall. The 6 is in the wall with the 14. Cars get low trying to avoid, but big contact for a front 2. 3 cars get away, and here comes Palmer for the lead now. Points there, Palmer for the lead after Charbonneau looking 3 wide, the 0-0. Down the front stretch for the lead, 3 wide to turn 1. Already craziness here at Iowa. Charbonneau going to grab the top spot as Palampon falls back to 2nd, Derek Hamill 3rd. And now falling back, Patrick Smith. Look at the right side damage to that car, and Keegan Thompson also fading back. They're trying to find their way down in line, but the damage could be making those cars tighter and hurting the aerodynamics and the speed. Davidson, the 99's found his way back down low. He's looking to try and rebound some lost ground. He's back up to 8th now. Gonna get to 7th as he gets by Smith easily. And look at up front for the lead. Derek Hamill side by side with Anthony Charbonneau to turn 3. Hamill's gonna grab it, but now he slides up the racetrack. Lawrence Palampon to run our points leader. He's tied for with Trip McGinnis. They are 2 points out of the competition, Max Anderson. Now Palampon to turn 1. Gonna take it as he clears. Back here, Charbonneau tried to take it 3 wide. Got a little tight there and had to lift. Now on guy with A3. Start on pole, coming back forward. He's going for 2nd. He slides up the racetrack through 3 and 4. Almost contact with Hamill there. Anthony Hernandez trying to join his teammate Lawrence Palampon at the front. Right now Hernandez up to 4th. 2 of the 400 Motorsports cars right here inside the top 3 on lap 8. Now Galloway for the lead. Look at Hernandez looking 3 wide. The 48. Good run. Down the back stretch 3 wide. It's a Hendrick Motorsports sandwich with Oliver Galloway in the middle. Oh, contact into the wall! Galloway's upside down the 83! They slide. Smith comes down the pit lane. Oh, he gets hit by Adam McDowell. Luke Rainey as well. Lightning the 7 wants to stop, and the yellow flag is in the air for the first time. It's for a big crash, and the two involved, the 24-hour points leader, is going to be done. Lawrence Palpon came in tied for the points lead. Not going to leave that way here today. Hard damage to that 24. He's definitely going to be done. Alvarado is upside down. How about Patrick Smith? Did he come down for damage? Did he come down to avoid Jacob Davidson coming down the pit lane? So cars will be hitting the pits. Davidson, the first of them. Will it be 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires is the big question here. So we'll follow Davidson's pit stop here. But look at the cars that have stayed on the racetrack. And if you're a chaser that was towards the back of the field like Jay Jefferson, like Sebastian Kukulon, do you decide to just stay out here? With these guys coming down getting tires, we are 1/6 of the way through this event. Davidson going to surrender a top 5 spot to come down the pit lane, get some tires, 2 tires on that car. He is away. It's interesting. I'm going to tell you that right now. He leaves behind the 34, Steve Larker. He is the first off the pit lane with 2 tires. Jay Jefferson did stay up, but didn't really gain him anything. The 18, the 39 come off, the 20, the A7, 17, the 29. There's the 7, the 21, the 9, the 1, the A2, 38, 33, 09, 42, 12. On back, and McDowell also down the pit lane. So caution is out. A few cars stay on the racetrack, but let's see what happened. Alvarado with the A3 upside down will be done from the day. So from starting spot first to worst, he's going to finish 42nd here today. Some aggressive moves be made early on here in the Dr. Pepper 400. In the middle lane, Oliver Galloway. Down low is Anthony Hernandez, and up top is our points leader, Lawrence Palpon. They shoot to turn 3. The 83, the 48. Right there, the A3 really slides up the racetrack. Palpon can't really go any higher there, and Galloway gets into the 24 right there. The contact made. A3 into the wall, upside down for him. Cars get by in the bottom. Palpon hard damage there. The A3 then on his side against the wall. The 24 coming down. Luigi misses. There's Josh Crash and his damage. Danny Lloyd as well. Jake Galloway may have been involved. Adam McDowell right there. Luke Rainey there. Lightning in the 71 stops. Steve Larker the 34 stops. But my gosh, chasers are involved. Lawrence Palpon, Josh Crash, 2 chasers involved in this crash. And that is a hard collision. How about chasers like Cole Luigi, Piniasolada, that just missed this thing? And they did a great job. I want to know if Jake Galloway got damaged. Galloway broke his winless streak in the Gatorade Cup Series. He had never won a Cup Series race until last race at Pensacola. He does get some front-end damage there, and he's called Iowa his favorite racetrack on the schedule. So not going to be so favorite if he has damage that is going to force him to be slow. Let's go on board Josh Crash in the 43, see what he saw, if he had anywhere to go. Now with that car to his inside, I think his options were definitely limited on where he could go. That's a tough break for Josh Crash there. But he saw right in front was the number 19 of Trip McGinnis, the guy who came in tied with the points lead for Lawrence Palpon. He missed it. Yeah, that is a hard hit for Palpon, obviously done for the day, and that's going to be a big detriment to his points. So Anthony Hernandez from first stayed out. From second, Jacob Davidson comes down to take 2 tires. So mixed strategy here at Iowa. The restart going to come just past lap 10. Anthony Hernandez, the 48, out front for the Dr. Pepper 400. Coming back green, lap number 13. Mixed strategy as mentioned. Anthony Hernandez on the 48 stays out to lead. Oliver Galloway, Josh Crash, one of our chasers. Danny Lloyd, along with Luke Rainey and McDowell, and Lawrence Palpon came in tied for the points lead. They're all done. 36 cars on the racetrack. Patrick Smith did keep his lap, so he will stay on the lead lap. But mixed strategy here. The front 18 stay on the racetrack. Anthony Hernandez leads them. Steve Larker the last of them. Jake Davidson on back. Came down Perro to get some tires and fuel. They go a little bit longer, but can they make it all the way is the big question. We are back to green at Iowa. Hernandez up the racetrack, the 48. Derek Hamilton is inside to turn 1. And they race side by side. Door handle to door handle down the back stretch. Advantage 75 to turn 3. Hamill slides up, taking that 48's line away. All the way at the track, out of the gray. Down the front stretch, Hamill leads. Until Charles Bond to the bottom lane to turn 1. Hernandez back down lane third. Now Charles, the 0-0, clears to take the lead down the backstretch. Hernandez restart first, fell back to third. Now he's coming back for second to turn 3. Hernandez takes it as they come through 3 and 4. The bottom lane working for that 48. He gets beneath into Charles to turn 1. The 0-0 led the lap. The 48 though, the preferred lane through 1 and 2. Easily grabs the lead back. Tim Gary, the 26, gonna grab second away with Derek Hamill in fourth. Coming back forward, looking to the inside advantage, Charles as they come down the front stretch. While the race for the lead has calmed down just a little bit, wanted to get an update on Jacob Davison. He's not really moved forward at all. Right now, currently scoring in the 19th position. Just kind of stuck where he is. Those 2 tires not working out for him. But a big benefit for drivers like Jeff Wright, led by Jay Jefferson, that are further back. And then right here, there's a separation, 20th on back. I don't know what happened there in the start, but some of these drivers back here, they are kind of trapped back here. How about Cole Luigi's back here? Patrick Smith is back here. I mean, some chasers that came down pit road. Not good for them. Tim Gary gets to the race lead into turn 1. He'll clear Hernandez through 1 and 2. Derek Hamill's going to get to second. He knows the head down the backstretch. And back here, coming forward, Trip McGinnis with Lawrence Palpon out of the race. This is his opportunity to take the points lead away. And right now, running inside the top 10 due to pit stretch. You're looking to the inside of Greg Torres. That would be for the 8th position, 7th position. McGinnis going to have it through 1. Yep, he goes wet the racetrack as well. They're 3 wide now inside the top 10. Be from the inside of top land line, or in the middle land lines, and down lows Greg Torres. As for the lead again, but they're making contact back here. 31 and 10 rubbing. They come out of it. Up front, Hamill grabs the lead away. Into Charles Bond, the 0-0, up to third. How about Zachary Fitzwater Sr. inside the top 5 now, the 47. Once again, we are less than a third of the way through this event currently, so these drivers could be up here now, but it all depends on how pit cycles go. Do we stay green to the end? Do we have a caution flags that kind of bunch the field up? And how's this pit strategy going to work out with these drivers that came down pit road and put tires on and put some more fuel in, as opposed to the drivers up here at the front that are bound for the lead that stayed out on the racetrack? And speaking of the drivers that came down pit road, once again, Jacob Davison, the first one of them, he's not really made any progress right now. He's actually up, he's put up top of the drivers with older tires, so the 99 fresh tires aren't helping for him, and pretty much everyone back here, they're not helping out right now. Look at Zachary Fitzwater Sr., the run for that 47 through 1 and 2. Got a great launch down the back stretch, races side by side to turn 3. I mean, the 47 looks strong. He slides up almost into Hamill there. He's going to take the spot. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. clear up inside the top 2 to second. Fitzwater leads. He's looking low to turn 1 for the lead. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. won his first race at Mosport. And there's battle side by side down the backstretch, looking for his second Gatorade Cup Series victory here at Iowa. Drives hard to the corner, sends the 0-0 up the racetrack. Contact made for the lead. Fitzwater grabs it away with a bump and run. Oh, into the wall back here. They are around. It's Trip McGinnis and Jeff Wright. They got into the wall. They saved it. Slowed some of the field up. But how about that? Another driver that was tied for the points. Look at the heavy right side damage there. And that allowed that second back to close in now. So they are here now. But how about McGinnis? He was running inside the top 10. Now he's outside the top 15. And has allowed the front, I would say, 12 or 13 to pull away. As he got back for the lead, Charles coming back on Fitzwater. 0-0 going to take it right back from that 47. But currently, because of what happened, the top 11 have pulled away. 12th on back in this cluster of cars. And McGinnis with the right side damage. How bad is that going to be? Is there a tire up? We saw Patrick Smith. He came down the pit lane. Got lucky because the caution came out. That 14 is slower. Does 19 have an issue like that? Will he have to come down the pit lane and possibly pull those fenders out? Fitzwater Sr. to lead. Derek Hamill for second. And Anthony Charles Bond, Anthony Hernandez there in third. Hernandez, the 48, looking for his first Gatorade Cup Series victory. A special moment for that 48 team. They can get it done. 35 to go here at Iowa. And as we mentioned, 11 cars pull away, but if a yellow comes out, changes everything. And if we don't have a yellow flag, these drivers that are racing up here inside the top 11, they will have to come down the pit lane earlier than the drivers that came down pit road under the caution flags. How will that play into things if it stays green? And we almost didn't have it stay green because of what happened with McGinnis and Jeff right there. They've both fallen back. As for the lead, 3 lines working here. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. uses the third lane. Hernandez uses the middle lane. Hamill says, I'm going to use that yellow line. Now to turn 3. Fitzwater doing a great job out front. They can't close in quite close enough. Hamill to 75 through to second. Jonathan Buford going to grab third away. Now Hamill for the lead to turn 1. Buford also looking for the lead. Gets a little tight to lift. But now look at the running outs on corner exit because he lifted. Couldn't get there. He stays behind the side-by-side battle. Door handle to door handle. Dead even to turn 3. Hamill in the gas early. And now the yellow flag has come out. It's the 09-38 along with the 5. 4 cars damaged on the backstretch. And everyone gets a breather. Derek Hamill leads them back to the caution flag. And I believe it was Jonathan Buford second, Fitzwater third. And now, how does this strategy play out? Obviously, these drivers are going to be coming down the pit lane. But how about the drivers that came down under the caution flag? Kukulon decides to stay out. Rivera's going to stay out. The 9 going to stay out. The 18. The 20. The 82. The 17. The 1. The 87. The rest will come down the pit lane. And we do have mixed strategies here. So now what do these drivers do? Do they take 4, 2? We are about halfway through the race. We're going to restart after halfway. What do the drivers like Derek Hamill and the others take on pit road is the question. Hamill coming into his pit stall. It's one of the last ones. Fuel only in a way for the 75. That's big there. They want to go the rest of this race on the tires they have on now. The 75 leaves first. But he's got to restart behind about 10 cars. Kukulon, the 21, tied for last in the points. Stays out. He wants these points badly. He's leading at halfway. And the Dr. Pepper 400 at Iowa. Man, Jeff Bright and Jake Galloway just had miserable days here today at Iowa. Jeff Bright got into the wall. Trip McGinnis got some pretty heavy damage. He was falling back. Jake Galloway got put 3 wide right here. Joe Jefferson really overdrives the corner down the bottom. The 5 goes up the racetrack. Into the 11 there. They hook together as they come off turn 2. They'll both get hard into the wall right here. Galloway up off the ground. Look at Jeff Bright on his side. Upside down for the 5-second flipper today. And then back there, Taylor in the 09 got hit down to the inside while Jeff Bright comes back down to earth. Obviously, that 5's day going to be done. Jeff Bright has had a horrible day. But my gosh, Carter Friesen gets damaged in that. Steven Taylor. He misses. I don't know how that 20 missed this crash. But he somehow found his way through it. And then the 09 of Ryan Taylor makes hard contact here as he's trying to miss it. The 7 checks up. Griffin Lynn comes down to the 09. Lynn gets damaged right there, and Taylor makes a hard contact into the inside wall. That is going to be done for that 09 as well. I really want to go aboard here with Steven Taylor, one of our chasers, right behind all this madness. He somehow finds his way through it. Wow! Oh man, Steven Taylor. Oh, he might need to come up here for a fresh pair of pants there because my gosh, fresh suit. Barely missed that one. And once again, pit strategy's playing out. About the front, 11, 12, 13 came down the pit lane. But the driver in 15th decides he's going to stay on the racetrack. Sebastian Kukulon leading the Dr. Pepper 400 as we are past the halfway point. As we are back green now, Kukulon leads us in the 21. As currently Kukulon leads, he stays on the racetrack, remember. Coming down the pit lane with the 75 Derek Hamill, he restarts 10th. For the lead already, Roberto Rivera to the inside of Kukulon. They race side by side. Now Joe Jefferson looking to take it 3 wide, the 39. Here he comes on the bottom lane. Kukulon fighting back up top. Rivera leads to turn 1. Joe Jefferson the inside lane. Charles Robert Chaser coming on the bottom lane. Jefferson the 39 out front. He clears. Now I want to know because some of these drivers, they took fuel only the last time they came down pit road. These drivers that came down first, under that first yellow, how are the 2 tires for Jacob Davidson and others going to work? Will it work out? Because these drivers plan to go the whole distance on the same tires they started on. Some of them. Look at this log jam back here. Derek Hamill, Fitzwater, Max Anderson, contact! Hamill's going around Jonathan Buford. They spin in front of the field. Steve Walker, Keegan Thompson, and the whole pack. Jake Jefferson, Trip McGinnis is involved. Cole Luigi, Patrick Smith, Pena Solana. 42 hit again. The yellow flag in the air. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is wrecked. Joe Jefferson is wrecked. Robert leads us back. But chaos here at Iowa for a 3rd yellow flag of the day. And these drivers planning to stay out on the racetrack with what they have. If I had to guess, the 12 and the 39 got together racing hard up here in the front. Caused a crash off turn 4, which got some of these others like Joe Jefferson and the 47 And then this first crash happened, which got so many chasers that happened in the middle of the field. And it started with Derek Hill in the 75 getting tipped by Jonathan Buford around the went off turn 2, and there's nowhere to go. We'll see what happened. Third caution flag of the day. Out before that 40. Racing just outside the top 10, 3 wide, Buford and Derek Hamill squeezing together off turn 2. The 75 puts the 13 to the wall right there. They stay hooked together. Around they go in front of the whole field. Lightning, the 71, slams on the brakes. Right there, the 34 gets up by the 6 into the 13. 71 tries to stop. How about Anthony Charles trying to get through that? Anthony Hernandez, Tim Gary, Nathan Stapleton, there's Salata, Friesen, Luigi, Smith, Griffin Lynn the 7. I mean, that was just about the whole entire field behind the 75 that got collected. There was just nowhere to go. And a lot of chasers involved. Jay Jefferson has had a miserable chase. He's involved. We saw Cole Luigi, Patrick Smith, Pena Stellato involved. Trip McGinnis came in as the points, tied for the points with Lawrence Poundpond. And just like Poundpond involved in the crash now, and this can open the door wide open for Max Anderson. If he missed whatever happened up ahead, the 98 could be sent free to take over this points lead. And look at those cars just piling in. Hard contact. I would not be surprised to see some of these chasers try to stay in the race. But up ahead, racing inside the top 5, and it goes wrong. They're 3 wide to turn 3 for a second. Matt, as well as 18, slides up, makes contact with Rivera. Right there, they get hooked together, all 3 of them hard into the outside wall. The 39, the 18, then here comes Fitzwater Harden with nowhere to go. Jay Jefferson at the end again. So the 78, even more damaged car sliding out of control, trying to miss it. I mean, that was a huge crash. Wells hard contact. My lord. Hard damage there. Robert the 9 gets away. Max Anderson does miss it. Remember, he was only 2 points behind the 19 and the 24 who were tied coming into the race. Now the 98 has a great shot to take this points lead away from those 2. So with the yellow coming out, these drivers looks like they've made their beds. Charles Robert the 9 has stayed on the... Oh no, he's blown up from the lead! One of our chasers blows up from the lead, hands the lead to Kukulon, the 21, who leads back to the green flag here in the Dr. Pepper 400 with 21 to go. Kukulon leads one of our chasers, the 9 with a camshaft issue for first. All the cars out. Look at Ryan Taylor, Jeff Bright, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Trip McGinnis right there. Jonathan Buford, Carter Friesen, Jay Jefferson, Tim Gary, Wells, Thompson, Joe Jefferson, and Patrick Smith. 24 cars in the lead lap. Pinions the last day on the racetrack with Cole Luigi. They are damaged, trying to get whatever points they can out of this day. And with the 9 out, that is another chase point for those drivers. One of our chasers leading, no problems and out. Kukulon takes over the lead. He's one of our chasers. Steven Taylor, second, TJ Henley third. Levi shows up to fourth, and Dale Lightning fifth at the restart. Hanley has won at Iowa before last season. He knows how to get it done at this 78th mile racetrack. And now side by side down the backstretch for the lead. Steven Taylor to the inside, the 21 to turn 3. Up the racetrack they go. They squeeze off turn 4. Taylor's going to lead with 20 to go. Hanley day 2 to the inside. Looking for a second victory of the season. He didn't make the chase to try and defend his championship. And now, 7 cars have pulled away. 8th, 9th, and 10th. The 33, the 88, the 99. They have this other pack of cars coming through. And they have some of these chasers that are severely off the pace. They would need a caution flag. That second pack would need a caution flag to come out for them to have a shot. Look at Levi Shones. We mentioned that Pensacola coming to 18 to go this time by. We mentioned Pensacola. He is 1 win away from tying Dan Bannon for the most Gatorade Cup Series wins in history. He's running inside the top 3 now. Squeezes with Hanley up against the wall. 17 to go. 7 cars with a shot at this point. Shones for the lead on Steven Taylor. Got tight down low. That tire wear is coming into effect. The 20 right now in the best spot out front. It's going to be a little bit hard to make passes at this point in time. Now to 17 to go. Taylor, Shones, 1, 2, the 17 fighting back. Using a lower lane each corner is getting runs. Can he get to the inside? This time he will. Taylor messed up 1 and 2. And Levi Shones, the 17, grabs the lead, coming to 16 to go. Levi Shones out front of the Dr. Pepper 400. Slide job to get in front of the 20. Now Taylor looking back to the inside on corner exit, but Kukulon's down there. 3 wide for 4th. Dillon in the middle. Diaz down low, Hanley up top. And Max Harrison, the one in control, trying to take over the points lead. Behind this madness, watching it happen. And those three back there, Davidson, Rowe, and Eli Bright, they desperately want a caution come out, or for these drivers, these front seven, to mess it up in some way. Kukulon, the 21, clears Shones to get out front. 15 to go here at Iowa. Kukulon leads. Shones and Yepes battle for second. They both go way up the racetrack. Look at the A7 up into the 17. Some great racing at the front here at Iowa. As they battle side by side for second. The outside lane for Levi Shones. Getting the run on the exit. 14 to go in the Dr. Pepper 400. Kukulon, the 21. Pulling away with the battle for second behind. This time, Yepes gonna clear Shones. Look at the A7, closed right back in because the 21 went high. But now Yepes up the racetrack. Oh, contact back there. Hanley and Dale Lightning up into the wall. 6th and 7th into the wall. Here comes 8th, 9th, and 10th. Eli Bright, Jacob Davis, and Alex Neverland trying to overtake them to turn 1. Look at them going 3 wide again. Puts the 1 in the middle. The 88 down low. Close racing down the backstretch. And now contact again between the 1 and the 82. They both go to the racetrack again. I think Lightning and Hanley are not happy with each other. They've both lost now 3 positions. And it gives us a 5-car race for the lead. Sebastian Kukulon, Levi Shones, Stephen Taylor, Max Anderson, Diego Yepes. 3 chasers, 2 non-chasers to settle it, coming to 11 to go. And that's if a yellow does not come out. If one does come out, watch the 33, the 99, the 88, the 1, the 82 to try and come back. They are right now 6th through 10th. Davidson coming forward. The battle for second. Taylor to the inside, Shones. As they approach to turn 3. Kukulon's on what he's seeing. They're bound side by side behind. He's able to just pull away and keep this lead. 10 to go at Iowa. Sebastian Kukulon leading his way around. Stephen Taylor, the 20. Levi Shones, the 17. Side by side for second. Down the backstretch to turn 3. 9 to go this time by. Lap traffic, Steve Locker ahead, the 34. Taylor clears for second. Now has 9 laps to run Kukulon down and pass him. To turn 1. Taylor, a big entrance to turn 1, drives up the racetrack. And now Max Anderson, 3rd points coming into the race. Looking to the inside of Taylor. Now watch that 34 ahead. Where does Steve Larker go to impact the outcome of this race? 21 caught behind him. Kukulon can't get by. Max Anderson the run down the front stretch. Gets to the inside of the 21 to turn 1. And Max Anderson gonna take the lead. 98 out front. 87 to second. 3rd, 4th, and 5th trying to get their way around. Now Kukulon moves low with Stephen Taylor and Levi Shones. Now Yepes for the lead off turn 4. Coming back to the start-finish line. 7 to go in the Dr. Pepper 400. Max Anderson trying to take the points lead over. Diego Yepes wants a win. Kukulon looking to reverse his chase fortunes. And then you have Stephen Taylor and Levi Shones. 4th and 5th. 6 to go this time by. Kukulon wants it back. He got the lead stolen from him. Here he's now with the run on Yepes for second. He stays side by side. 6 to go. Side by side for a second. Max Anderson wants to see that, but he goes off the racetrack through 1 and 2. Kukulon using that yellow line, paints the line, and now they go side by side for the lead down the backstretch. Advantage with the 21. Way up the racetrack for Max Anderson. Kukulon back by for the lead. 5 to go. Yellow flag would end it. Kukulon, Yepes 1-2. Yepes has not won this season. How aggressive would he be to Kukulon in these final laps? He's looking to the inside. They go side by side for the lead. Yepes trying to keep his fender beneath the 21 car. Kukulon at the racetrack. They go side by side again. And Stephen Taylor 3rd. Watching these two battle side by side with 4 to go. Yepes out front now. New leader, Diego Yepes. But lap traffic ahead, called Luigi. And look at the A7 at the racetrack. Kukulon tried to get to the middle, couldn't. Stephen Taylor looking for 2 for 1, 3 to go. To turn 1, 3 cars, 4 cars now as Max Anderson comes into it. Yepes way up the track. Taylor the 20 is by. Look at the run for the 90 into the wall back there. They're sideways around they go. Yellow flag in the air. This is going to be it. Taylor comes around. Yellow, and it's over. Steven Taylor wins. Yepez second. And that was with 2 laps to go. It is over. Steven Taylor wins as they wrecked off of turn number 2 as Hanley and Alexander Rowe. They get into it. Yellow flag is out. Race is over. Yepez is spun by Max Anderson into the inside wall. Yepez should be fine. Should be able to keep it on the racetrack. Or maybe not. From second, Yepez has spun. The damage is too severe. He has to come down the pit lane. But the white flag is waving for one of our chasers, Steven Taylor. Last lap at Iowa, and the front 3 are chasers. Steven Taylor, Max Anderson, Sebastian Kukulon. And a chaser in 5th, Jacob Davidson. Now our next chaser. Oh my. You have to go far down to find our next chaser, Peninsula in 18th. Then Code Luigi is 22nd. He'll gain some positions though. Off the damaged cars. Taylor timed it right for sure. Got out front as they were all bound behind, and the yellow flag comes out. Looked like it may have been Rowe and Hanley that made contact and got together. But what another wild Iowa race. It's definitely going to shake up the point standings with so many chasers just having horrible days. And then you have these 4 that performed. 4 of the front 5 are chasers. Steven Taylor, Max Anderson, Sebastian Kukulon, Jacob Davidson all brought their stuff to Iowa. They're going to leave with good points days. And then you have Levi Schoens, the non-chaser, just in between those drivers. So coming to take the checkered flag, Steven Taylor is going to win yet another Gatorade Cup Series race in his career. Checkered flag in the air. Steven Taylor wins the Dr. Pepper 400 here at Iowa over Max Anderson and Sebastian Kukulon. As the checkered flag is out, let's see what happened to TJ Hanley and Alexander to bring out the caution flag to end the race. Racing off the corner, there's the battle between the 99 Jacob Davidson and the 33 Alexander Rose. They came off the corner. 99-33 made contact right there. Hanley with a run hard into the gas. The 33 into the wall. Hanley can't lift in time. They both spin around. Look at Eli Bright to get by. And as those two spin on the backstretch, they had to throw the yellow flag. Sitting sideways in the middle of the track. Never a good sign there. And they had to throw the yellow flag for safety of the drivers. And it ends the race early. But Steven Taylor just made the pass to get to the race right there in Yepez. Max Anderson tried a 3-wide move, just didn't have the run. And coming to the checkers, Steven Taylor wins here at Iowa. Now once we happened to Yepez, he barely beat Anderson back to the line for a second. Here they are through 1 and 2. Yepez up top, Anderson down low. Oh, Yepez signaled like he was going to come down the pit lane. Didn't he? Because he kind of turned left there onto the 98. So I have to wonder if Yepez possibly had an issue and was wanting to come down the pit lane anyway. Strange turn of events there. Steven Taylor wins the race out front of all the madness. Let's go see the finish results and the chase standings. Here are the finish results from the Dr. Pepper 400 at the Iowa Speedway. 4 caution flags for 14 laps and 29 lead changes, 16 different drivers leading laps. And that was mainly because of the different strategies that went on with drivers coming down pit road under different yellow flags and all that. Steven Taylor, though, one of our chasers, and on a roll right now in the chase. He started out the chase with 1 point, gets 12 points at Michigan, and now these last 3 races for him have been excellent in the chase. He wins here at Iowa. Max Anderson does take over the points with a 2nd place finish for him. Sebastian Kukulon, most laps led, 3rd with 14 laps led, but my gosh, he doubled his amount of points they had in the chase here today, so great job for that 21 team. Levi Schoen so close to that 10th victory again, but I can assure you that that's going to be coming soon. If it doesn't come this season, if he's here next season, he can definitely get it. Jacob Davidson rounds up the top 5, another one of our chasers. 4 of the top 5 were chasers. Eli Bright, 6th after starting 39th. I'm sure he'll definitely take that. Dale Lightning, 7th. Nathan Stipton, Anthony Hernandez, and Justin Lightning round up the top 10. So we look at the top 20. It was a crazy Iowa race. I mean, Anthony Hernandez was completely damaged. He ended up 9th. Jake Galloway, he ended up 13th. He was completely damaged. We had Hamill, who was involved in a crash. Alexander Rose involved in a crash. All these drivers got around to, get their finishing positions with damage. That includes Cole Luigi in 20th. I mean, it doesn't look like a great day in paper. 20th place, that's a pretty mad day. He got 7 points out of that. He was, I think, the 6th highest chaser here today. So that was a gritty performance by the 42. Same with the 77. Solana and Cole Luigi, if they have a chance for the championship come Homestead, they can look at this race and say, this is what got me to it because I stayed in the race and we never quit. 21, 22 right there, 21st and 22nd. And 23rd, they were all running at the end. 22 on the lead lap, 23 running at the end. Charles Robert from the lead there. Then you have to wonder, if you're Charles Robert, would I have had a shot at the end there? Because I was leading, Kukulon was right behind me. Kukulon ends up third. Was I going to have a shot there at the end? Charles Robert, very tough luck there, and that hurts him with some points. Patrick Smith, another one of our chasers here. Jay Jefferson, a chaser. Trip McGinnis. We had Lawrence Palmpon, and also the 43 Josh Crash. Aubrey Galway from the pole to 42nd. And at the right side are the point standings. As we mentioned, the 98 of Max Anderson takes over the points lead, but it's only by 2 points as Steven Taylor's come alive. He's only 2 points behind. And then you have Trip McGinnis. He is 6 points back. Lawrence Palmpon is 7 back. Pena Salada is 8 back. And then we have Patrick Smith 9 back. Jacob Davidson is 10 back. Code Luigi 11 back. So it's very close there for Code Luigi on up to the 98. That's all within a race. And it's all very close position-wise. And then you have drivers that aren't within a race. But Sebastian Kukulon gained on it. Doubled his amount of chase points here today. Charles Roberts only 1 point behind Code Luigi. 12 points behind the points lead. And then Josh Crash and Jay Jefferson have yet to break the 20s. Jay Jefferson's had some tough breaks at the start of this chase, and Josh Crash had 2 good races and then 2 really bad races, so he's hoping to turn it around with these next few races. Once again, only 4 races into the chase, a lot still left to be decided here in this Season 8 chase. And the 12 chase driver is going to go to a wild racetrack. You thought Iowa was crazy. This next race is going to be even crazier. We head to Hillside for the AMP Energy 400 under the lights. I'll see you guys then.